Hello YouTube. Today I will be covering the new Epic 7 New Era Showcase video. It's a really long video, it's about an hour and a half, so I'm just going to be trying to condense it as much as possible and going over the important things in the video. Starting with the update to Astral Forge and gear in general, they are going to make the Astrium, which is what we use to craft the gear in the whatever it's called, the Steel's Workshop. That thing where you can craft your own perfect piece and reroll the substats. They're going to be making those much more frequent and not uh, in the past anymore. At least not exclusively in the past. We're going to be getting them at least once a month according to them. So that's cool. Aside from that, we're getting this new currency called Cosmonium, which basically allows you to, let's see, it lets you change the gear that from the Astrium Forge into otherworldly gear, which only lets it high roll or mid roll at worst. So that's pretty cool. As you can see here, all of the gear is high rolling and at plus 15s at once. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, actually, what that was showing was another thing. Where is it? Hey. So this is another new currency. And what this currency is for is it allows you to lock one substat when upgrading gear so that you can only roll into the other three stats, which is going to be really nice when you have gear with one subset that you don't want it to roll into, whether it's because it's a flat stat or it just isn't cohesive with the other stats. You can just lock it and then it will not roll into that stat at all. It's pretty cool. Next, we have the new RTA ban pick assistant, which is basically like an AI bot in the game that is going to help you pick and ban heroes. So if you are someone that is trying to get into RTA or you just aren't keeping up with the meta very much or whatever, then this will help you pick stuff that's good. It's going to be really nice for new players and maybe returning players or people that aren't super into PvP get into it. Maybe bridge the gap a little bit between new players and veterans. So I think that's pretty cool. This kind of ties in with Epic 7 Masters, which is starting very soon. Is it this weekend or next weekend? I'm not sure, but it is starting very soon. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Okay, now for the main point or main thing in the update, according to them, is this new Milestone of Radiance thing, which is kind of like a new pass or mm, it's like a new adventurous path almost. And I guess they'll explain it a little bit here. So yeah, it has all these chests, bronze, silver, gold, and diamond, I believe. And there's also some other goodies in here, but I think that's mostly for new players. And what this is basically as you complete missions or whatever it wants you to do. I don't know if it wants you to do dailies or if there are certain missions you have to complete, but as you complete them, you will get the currency to open these chests. Or no, you will just open these chests, and in these chests, the different tiers give you different stuff, and it can give you a wide range of things, but the diamond chest can give you ML5s. So these are very valuable, especially for newer players or people that are missing a lot of characters. This is going to be very good and very awesome. So yeah, W Smilegate. Another big thing we are getting with this update is another special Mystic Summon event with the discount. So if you remember before, or maybe you weren't here, the old Mystic event let you summon with, I believe, a 40% discount or something like that. It was like 30 Mystics instead of 50. So that was very good. And it allowed a lot of newer players or just people in general to pull MLs, old MLs, without really feeling punished by not being able to get newer characters because it was so inexpensive. So that's pretty cool. And along with that, we're also getting 1,000 of the event mystics. Where is it? Oh, we're getting 1,000 of these event mystics, which is basically normally this would be 20 pulls, but in the discounted banner, it will be 30. So pretty nice. And very, very good. Even if you aren't looking to pull a character, you can use these 30 summons to kind of build your pity. I guess unless you get lucky and pull a character, but even then it's like, getting a character early can't be that bad. So that's really nice. And on top of that, there's also going to be a permanent, I think I missed it somewhere, but there's also going to be a permanent discounted custom Mystic banner for new players, one time only, I believe, maybe up to 200 summons, as many time or as many characters as you get. So that's going to be very good as well. Okay, here we have a new feature that they are adding to the game, which is called the imprint circuit. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how this works, but the gist of it is that you can put heroes in there. Let me go back. You can put heroes into this thing, and then you can unlock nodes for them that give them buffs. So it's kind of weird and something that we haven't really experienced. It doesn't look like there are any unique effects or anything. It just looks like there are raw stats, but maybe there's something I'm missing. But yeah, I am curious to see how much this will impact the game. And the way we are going to progress this is, since the game caps at rank 70 or level 70, whichever, now once you're level 70, you will start gaining a different type of XP, which is this S rank thing. I don't even know what that stands for, I'll be honest, but it stands for something. So when you level up this S rank thing, you'll get more of this currency to upgrade your nodes, which upgrades your characters, I believe. I think there's still a lot of information to be revealed about this, but that is the gist of it, which, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It should definitely bring some new content or some new ways to power up your characters, which is something the game's been needing. The next thing is something I'm kind of going to gloss over myself a little bit because it is regarding packs and stuff, and I don't really spend on this game, so I'm not super sure about it, but they are changing the UI in the shop and they are changing the values of some packs. I think they're going to make a lot of them a lot better to buy and actually rewarding because a lot of them are pretty expensive and don't really give you much in return for buying it. So I'd assume this is a really good thing if you are a spender, but I am not super sure. I'm sure somebody else will have a good guide to the new shop. But yeah, as well as that, the new heroes that are coming out, there are a lot that got showcased. I am probably going to be covering those in another video with each one individually. So for now, I'll skip those, but you can look forward to a video from me on that in the future. Okay, finally, we're at the good stuff, which is the rewards we'll be getting. And this is just the Epic 7 New Era celebration, the new event, which is, I think, going to be just like the carrot event from last year, if you were here for that, which gave a lot of good rewards and was very good for farming and using your leaves and resources to farm. So let's take a look. Awesome events. Okay. Hero selectors, artifact selectors, that's very good for new players. Okay, so we're getting a slate, a bottle. Awakening Elixir is like whatever. It's just a thing to upgrade your or awaken your characters fully for free. And then Cosmonium is the new currency to turn your Astrium gear into otherworldly gear, which is really cool. Okay, what else? Okay, 5-star Moonlight Hero guaranteed. And what's this? Oh, we're getting two. So we are going to get one ML5 of each element, one light and one dark. And I think they'll say what it goes up to. I'm not sure if they will. Maybe not. But yeah, this is all the rewards, all the good stuff, all the chests, at least 10 ML5s, which is very insane. And for new players, they can select from heroes they don't own, so you'll actually be able to build a good roster of characters. And this is on April 2nd, which is very, very soon, so look forward to this. And yeah. We are also getting a story update, so a new episode maybe, or just adding on to the current episode. I'm not entirely sure as of right now, but one thing they're doing differently is they are making this new adventure similar to old side stories we've had in the past, like the Young Senya one, where it is like tiled and you have to walk around and collect stuff and whatnot with missions, which I personally was not the biggest fan of because it was somewhat tedious. But I do think it's very cool that they are trying to change things up and we're not just like going to be auto battling all of adventure again like we have been for the last few years. So I think it's nice to have a change of pace, but I personally am not a big fan of this. Okay, besides all that stuff, we are getting new illustrations for friendship. So when new characters come out, when you max their friendship out to level 10, uh, well, I'll kind of get into it later, but yeah, when you max their friendship out, they will unlock an illustration now, and as you can see, the illustrations are pretty high quality. They look very nice. And you might be wondering about old characters, like if they are going to get illustrations too, and there are too many heroes for them to add one for each character, so they are just going to be giving you Molas now instead, and the max friendship level is now 15. So if once you reach level 15, you'll get even more Molas, kind of like how we get 3 for free when we reach friendship 10 currently. I guess maybe we'll get 3 more, or I don't know exactly how much, but I'm looking forward to that. Molas are, always nice. Now, the update that I think is really nice for Guild War is I'm waiting for them to show it. Okay, this thing basically instead of having to scout if you are in a high-end guild or not even like a super high-end guild, if your guild tries to win in Guild War and they want you to write notes on the towers or whatnot, this way you don't actually have to do any work at all, pretty much. You can just show all of your characters and show the enemy characters. It shows the CR bar and their speed and HP. It doesn't show all of these other stats that it's showing for the enemy heroes, like their defense and stuff, but it does give you HP and speed, which is a lot, and artifacts, which is very cool. The only reason it's showing here is because this is a dev build. It's not actually going to look like this in game. You'll see your 3 characters and then the enemies with their artifacts, I believe, and speed and HP. But yeah, this is a good way to tell your guildmates what builds they should be on for the attack and also what to look out for in the defense without having to actually write anything. So it's very nice. Okay, finally, it wouldn't be a big update without a summon event. So we are getting 10 days or 11 days of 10 free summons, which is nice. And then we're also having getting this coupon code for 15 leaves, some charms of each kind, which is pretty good, not bad at all. And yeah, that pretty much wraps everything up. I will be covering the heroes in another video, probably a bit closer to their release. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.